Race and ethnicity, two simple words. Many experience factors associated with values, attitudes, and beliefs that come into play when challenging these concepts. There are so many different types of races and ethnicities. Like these color pencils, they have different colors, like people having a different race and ethnicity. We color in pictures with different colors to make a picture complete. In this sense, every race and ethnicity are equal, like every color pencil is equal, despite their different shades of colors. Every person has a different story where we see different society concepts challenged. The first question I get asked by many people is, what degree have you chosen and why? I say teaching and explain that it is a degree I chose because I am passionate about teaching. Why is education so important? It's an ongoing process where we continue to learn our entire lives from one another. It's people we learn from, and it is so important we are inclusive to one another despite our differences, such as physical differences, differences in intelligence, differences in attitudes, achievement, motor ability, gender, racial differences, economic status, differences in interests, emotional differences, and personality differences. Despite these differences, we must treat each other the same and spread kindness and positivity, not only in classrooms but everywhere we go. This can be associated to education and society and how pre-service teachers are trained to understand these concepts, where it is ensured we are making sure students are in an environment where they feel like they are comfortable and their education isn't affected by any means. This can also be linked to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, who teachers in Australia focus on considering the history of Australia, where they were mistreated and taken away from their land without permission. This is linked to race and ethnicity, as we see the racism portrayed and how this influences people's attitudes towards each other, and where we strive for a better future for the world to avoid this happening again. Pre-service teachers in Australia can use their content knowledge to further develop their understanding of this and ensure all students in classrooms are provided with the best possible education and they are confident in what they are learning and how this can shape their future. A little bit about me now. I was born in Australia, Brisbane, and have lived here my whole life. For instance, let's look at these flowers. To reach to where they are today, it requires lots of attention to make sure the growth was continuous, and it had lots of support from the owner of the house. Initially, to grow the plant, the soil was put and the seeds were planted, with watering the plant, maintaining consistent moisture, keeping the soil warm, fertilizing and giving seedlings enough sunlight for it to grow. Similarly, with people, they grow and develop from the school where they have experiences that are tough, which can be associated with the plant leaves falling. But these experiences also make people stronger and a more mature person, which can be associated with the plant growing from the help of nature. There are two educational philosophers, Nell Noddings and Mahatma Gandhi. Nell Noddings' education in its broadest meaning is crucial to the cultivation of caring in society. According to Nell Noddings, education, she says, is a consultation of planned and spontaneous contacts that foster growth through the acquisition of knowledge, skills, understanding, and appreciation. A caring encounter, she says, has three elements. The first element is when person A cares for person B. That is A's consciousness, which is categorized by attention and motivational displacement. The second element is when A performs some act in accordance with 1. And the third element is when B recognizes that person A cares for person B. This can be linked to agents of socialization: families, early education, peer groups, workplace, religion, government, and the media. The educational philosophy of Gandhi is that true education, according to him, entails bringing out the best in a child or a man's body, mind, and spirit on all levels. For Gandhi, literacy is neither the end nor the beginning of education. It is only one method of education for men and women. As a result, in his education program, he places little emphasis on literacy. According to the Australian Professional Standards, Concept 3.1 talks about planning for and implementing effective teaching and learning, and the key word here is effective. In conclusion, I believe that like coloring pencils, we are all the same, despite our different races and ethnicities, and we must all be an inclusive society where we respect each other's values, attitudes, and beliefs, and help one another grow like nature grows itself.